Are you ready for school today? 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 Come on in. Good morning, class. I am here at home. I'm actually in my daughter Skylar's room. I'm doing class from here today because we did not go to the school because of all the weather. It was raining. So I hope you guys are staying safe and dry. We're still going to do the same thing, kind of. Our letter of the week is still the letter A. I think I can put it right there. There we go. A. So we're going to check out a video of A. We're still going to read a book, and we're going to watch a short film on A, and we're going to come back. See you later.
It to taste. Ava ate an apricot and not a bite did waste. Andy watched a little ant crawl along the ground, and Allie watched an alligator swim without a sound. The alphabet begins with A. Hooray! Hooray! Hooray for A! Let's find the words that start with letter A. Amazing letter A. At the airport, Aaron watches airplanes in the air. Annie saw an antelope and knew to be aware. Archie is an artist, Amber flies a kite, and Abby is an actress. She acts all day and night. The alphabet begins with A. Hooray! Hooray! Hooray for A! Let's find the words that start with letter A. Amazing letter A. At the beach, Amanda found an abalone shell. She took it to her school one day to use for show and tell. Ariel can count to 10 and knows her ABCs. And Angie is an acrobat and swings from a trapeze. The alphabet begins with A. Hooray! Hooray! Hooray for A! Let's find the words that start with letter A. Amazing letter A. Oh yeah, amazing letter A. One more time. Amazing and adorable, absolutely awesome letter A. Oh yeah. Woo!
Now I'm going to read a book. Most of you already heard it because it's one of my favorite books, and we read it a lot last year, and I read it to my daughter as well. It is Dog Breath: The Horrible Trouble with Halitosis. That is our book. Our author is Dave Plinke. The author writes the words. Dave Plinke is also the illustrator. He drew all of the beautiful pictures in our book. So let's begin. Dog Breath: The Horrible Trouble with Halitosis. There once was a dog named Holly who lived with the Tosis family. Halitosis was a very good dog, but she had one big problem. Ew. Halitosis had horrible breath. Whenever Halitosis opened her mouth, horrible things would happen. Look, even the pain that's holding their nose, the fish is turned over. When the children took Halitosis for a walk, Everyone else walked on the other side of the street. Even skunks avoided halitosis. Look, the skunk is holding its nose too. And skunks are really stinky. But the real trouble started one day when Grandma Toasters stopped by for a cup of tea. And Holly jumped up to say hello. Look at Grandma's hair. Mr. and Mrs. Toasters were not amused. Something has to be done about that smelly dog, they said. Oh, look, Grandma's fell on the floor. The next day, Mr. and Mrs. Toasters decided to find a new home for Holly. The children knew that the only way that they could save their dog was to get rid of her bad breath. So, they took Holly Toasters to the top of the mountain that had a breathtaking view. They hoped that the breathtaking view would take Holly's breath away. But it didn't. Look, even the sun is holding its nose. Her breath must really stink. Next, the children took Holly Toasters to a very exciting movie. They hoped that all that excitement would leave Holly breathless. But it didn't. Look, the people in the movie are holding their nose. And she tried to spray air freshener. Finally, the children took Holly Toasters to a carnival. They hoped that Holly would lose her breath on a speedy roller coaster. Look, everyone on the roller coaster is knocked out. But that idea stunk too. The plans to change Holly's bad breath had failed. Now, only a miracle could save Holly Toasters. Sadly, the three friends said goodnight, unaware that a miracle was on the horizon. A miracle is something that you didn't know was going to happen, and it happened. So let's see what happens. Later that night, when everyone was sound asleep, two sneaky burglars crept into the Toasters' house. The two burglars were tiptoeing through the dark rooms when suddenly they came upon Holly Toasters. Yikes, whispered one of the burglars. It's a big, mean, scary dog. Aw, don't be silly, whispered the other burglar. That's only a cute little fuzzy puppy. They're laughing now. The two burglars giggled at the sight of such a friendly little dog. That dog couldn't hurt a fly, whispered one burglar. Come here, Poochie, Poochie. Uh-oh, whispered the other burglar. So, Holly Toasters came over and gave the burglars a nice big kiss. Uh-oh. The next morning, the Toasters family awoke to find two burglars passed out cold on their living room floor. It was a miracle. Holly Toasters' breath knocked them out. The Toasters family got a big reward for turning in the crooks. And soon, Holly Toasters was the most famous crime-fighting dog in the country. In the end, Mr. and Mrs. Toasters changed their minds about finding a new home for Holly. They decided to keep their wonderful watchdog after all. Because life without Holly Toasters just didn't make any sense. The end. I love that book. Since we're not at the school, we couldn't do a new video for you guys. So here is the goldfish.
Lots of little fish were sleeping on a rock in the bottom of the ocean. They lifted up their heads and they shook out their tails and they said, let's go swimming, let's go swimming, let's go swimming. Yeah, let's go swimming, let's go swimming, let's go swimming in the bottom of the ocean. Then the little fish got so very, very tired that they came back to the rock. They put down their heads and they put down their tails and they took a little nap. And they were a little bit dirty, so they took a shower. And they washed their hair, and they washed their ears, and they washed their tummies, and they washed their very long fishy beards, and they washed their noses, and they washed their toes, and then they said, wait a minute, we're fish. We don't take showers. Let's go swimming, let's go swimming. Yeah, let's go swimming, let's go swimming, let's go swimming in the bottom of the ocean. Then the little fish got so very, very tired that they came back to the rock. They put down their heads and they put down their tails and they took a little nap. And when they woke up, they decided to ride their bicycles. So they rode to the left, and they rode to the right, and they rode all day, and they rode all night. They rode down the hill, and then faster still, and then they said, wait a minute, we're fish. We don't ride bicycles. Let's go swimming, let's go swimming. Yeah, let's go swimming, let's go swimming, let's go swimming in the bottom of the ocean. Then the little fish got so very, very tired that they came back to the rock. And they put down their heads and they put down their tails and they took a little nap. And when they woke up, they decided to brush their teeth. So they got out their toothbrush and their toothpaste, and they squeezed a little on. They really liked the taste. Then they put it in their mouth. They brushed north and south, and then they said, wait a minute, we're fish. We don't brush our teeth. Let's go swimming, let's go swimming. Yeah, let's go swimming, let's go swimming, let's go swimming in the bottom of the ocean. Let's go swimming, let's go swimming. Yeah, let's go swimming, let's go swimming, let's go swimming in the bottom of the ocean.
Now I'm gonna do a little video on shorter or longer. I have 4 straws. I have a red one, an orange one, a green one, and a blue one. I'm going to take these out, cut them up, and we're gonna see which ones are shorter and which ones are taller. Now, I have cut them all up, and here is what I have. So let's see, let's do the orange one versus the blue one. Which one is taller? Good, the blue is taller because there's more of the blue than there is of the orange. Let's see the other two. Green and red. Green and red. Which one is taller? The red one is taller because there's more of the red than the green. So that makes the green one shorter. I'm going to get 2 different ones. Green and orange. Which one is taller? The green one is taller. Good. Because there's more of the green than the orange. So the orange one is shorter. Let's go red versus blue. Red versus blue. Which one is shorter? The blue one is shorter because there's less of the blue than the red. The red one is really tall. Let's put them all back together. So the red one is the tallest, then the green one, then the blue, and then the orange. The orange is the shortest, and the red is the tallest. Look at how tall that red one is to the orange one. The orange one is really short. I'm gonna go see what else I can find to measure. Be right back. So, I just left my daughter's room and stole some of her toys. Well, I didn't steal, I just borrowed them. I'm borrowing some of her toys to see what are shorter and which ones are taller. So I have a green bell pepper and yellow corn. Which one do you think is taller? That is correct. The corn is taller than the green bell pepper because there's more of the corn than the green bell pepper. Good. Let's see, let's do some more. We have, who knows who that is? Daniel Tiger and Lobo. Let's see who's taller out of Daniel Tiger and Lobo. Who do you think is taller? Lobo is taller than Daniel. Look. There's more of Lobo than Daniel Tiger. Sorry, Daniel Tiger. Two more. We have, who's that? Elsa. I don't know if you guys know who this is, but this is Miguel. So, who is shorter? Who's shorter? That's right. Elsa's shorter than Miguel because there's more of Miguel than Elsa. So there's less of Elsa. Elsa is shorter. And Miguel is the tallest. But Elsa is taller than Lobo. Right? Because Lobo is really short. See? Get with your family and your friends and see who's the tallest. If you have any brothers or sisters, see who's taller. With your dad, your mom. Sometimes it might be your mom. Sometimes it might be your dad. Your brothers could be taller than your mom. Or your sister could be taller than your mom. Get with all of them and check and see who's shorter or who's tallest. You may be the shortest, or you might be taller than one of your baby brothers or your baby sisters. And you can get any objects around your whole house and check to see which one is taller or shorter. Send me videos. Make sure we're doing the education.com. Take today and do the education.com. We did redo it. We put more assignments on there for this week. So just check it out. Send me videos if you're doing any of these great things. If you're doing measurements, if you are reading books, send me anything, please. Bye. See you next time. See you next time. Next time. See you next time.